Hi guys, so today I am going to be doing another video. Yes, I have my glasses because this will just be like a short story. I didn't have any contact solution last night, so I found some like old, like I've had it almost for like 2 years. It's like this, it's been open for like 2 years. So I put it in that just so I could save my contacts. And then they are disinfecting in contact solution right now. And like this disinfecting thing, and they have to be in there for 4 hours. So that's why I have my glasses and my hair is up here because that's all it wanted to do today. So that's it. But let's get going. So I am going to be talking about the time a dentist, yes, a dentist, almost killed me by overdosing me. And we don't know if it was an allergic. There's a ton of factors. Let's just go with that one. There are a ton of factors that go into why and how I almost died. I want to say I was 8 years old. I just turned 8, like a month or 2 before this all happened. How I remember I was 8 because I am LDS. I grew up as LDS. So when you're 8 years old, you get baptized. And I was 8 years old, and we just moved house, and we're hoping to close on that house before my baptism because it had like a pool and like a big yard and everything in it, so we could hold my after you get baptized, you usually have a party. We could hold it there, but we didn't close on it or whatever before my baptism. So that's how I remember I was 8 and a couple months. So I was 8 years old, and I've always had really, really bad teeth. Like, I've never once gone to the dentist and they're saying, "Oh, good job, no cavities this time." I've always gone there, yeah, you have like 5 or 6 cavities. And for me, I don't do anything that harms my teeth. Like, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not, I kind of like sugar, but, you know, I don't drink soda, you know, all that stuff. But anyways, I do have bad teeth, so that's kind of where this leads up. So I was having pediatric dental surgery. I think that's what it's called. But so I was getting that done, and I went to this specialist. My doctor, my pediatrician recommended, I think. Mom, if you watch this video, please comment down below and explain exactly, because I was 8 and I just kind of remember the story by people telling me, and then when you almost die, you kind of have a phobia. So I remember like them telling me, okay, whatever. I have ADHD. I've done videos about my ADHD. So that put in a factor, I think, too. So I was getting sedated, and I guess I couldn't be sedated. Like, I was sedated, but I kept moving because of my ADHD, because even when I sleep, I'm very jerky. I move like a ton. So that was a thing, and they kept loading me up on drugs. Again, I don't remember exactly what happened. My mom has told me from like here, my grandma has told me and everything. But I was getting dosed up on drugs and everything, and I think it all went okay, you know. And he kept giving me, I think, Phenergan, because that is what we have claimed I'm allergic to. That made me go into, well, anaphylactic, and I stopped breathing. But we don't know for sure if it was Phenergan or if he overdosed me. That's why there's a ton of factors in it, because it could just be he overdosed me on Phenergan, so then I almost died because of overdose. Or it could have been because I was allergic to Phenergan and he kind of gave me too much other medicine, which then made me stop breathing. Or I could have just been allergic to Phenergan and I stopped breathing. So there's a ton of variables. We don't know exactly what it was, and we're never going to find out what it was. I have been, on my medical records, it has like allergies, and it says severe allergic reaction to Phenergan. Phenergan is an anti-nausea medicine, so I can only take Zofran. I can't take vinegar unless we want to jinx it, and let's see if I'm allergic or not. Which no one wants to, so I just can only take Zofran. But back to the story. So I got taken into a recovery room. Well, first, I'll tell you, because to this day, I stand by my ground. So they have little, like, video games you can play on, and I was getting, like, this loopy medicine, per se, and so I wanted to play a game, and my mom and my sister both said I was playing with my feet, like the game with my feet, but I swear to this day that I played it with my hands, and they are just trying to make me not believe myself. But I had to tell you that because I have to put it on record that I think I was playing with my hands, and my mom and my sister think I was playing with my feet, but I think I was playing with my hands. And I got like really loopy on that and everything. So whatever, I go back, I get my surgery, blah blah blah. I'm moving, he overdoses me, I'm, you know, whatever, get into recovery. And the last thing I remember from that was I was in recovery and my mom or someone was like, here, try to eat this Otter Pop, and I could not even lift my arms, let alone function enough to eat the Otter Pop. Like, I wanted the Otter Pop, but I couldn't eat the Otter Pop because, like, it legitimately felt like something was laying on top of me. And then my mom's like, no, she likes the pink one. And that's all I remember. And I guess after that, I started to choke on my own blood or something, and then I stopped breathing completely. Thank goodness that my mom is a nurse. She is CPR certified. She used to work in the hospital with pediatrics. She used to work with kids at the hospital, so thank goodness for her. They didn't have any oxygen tanks set up. They didn't have any breathing things, like they had nothing. And then my mom has told me that, well, she hasn't told me, but she's like talked about it, that the dentist office told her that she's not allowed to call 911, call the ambulance to come get me because I'm dying. Like, they straight up told my mom that, nope, sorry, your daughter just has to die right here. Sorry. So luckily my mom knows everything. She started CPR. She figured out oxygen and everything to give to me. So that was good. And after I woke up, and I think I was at McKady, I think. But I woke up, my grandma gave me a little puppy dog. I think someone gave me a puppy dog. I don't remember who it was. And then I had like a hot packs on both my arms because he kept shooting me with stuff. So that was fun, and I felt horrible for the next couple days. And actually, the ER, I think, told my mom that I have to sleep with her because the next couple days I had to sleep with my mom, and she would like check on me constantly because of the reaction and / the overdose my dentist gave me. And you're probably like wondering if I've sued him or whatever. No, my mom and my dad were going to sue him, but then he is already in jail and has his license taken away. Why? Did he do this before? No, he would make us buy like huge jars of like medicine, like sedation medicine, like all different, and then he would sell that on the street. So yes. So he was not a very good dentist, and to this day I will not go to that dentist office. Every time I see that, I kind of go, you know, to them, because, you know, they told my mom she couldn't call the ambulance for me, where I'm sitting there choking on my blood and dying, and they're like, well, sorry. Didn't have oxygen. Like, honestly, they were probably the worst people, and ever since that day I've had a phobia of the dentist because, you know, when you've done a near-death experience, then And no, I did not see the light. Like, all I remember is them saying, do you want to, here, eat the soda pop? I can't eat this. My mom said, give her the pink one, and then it all just goes black. Like, that's all I remember. Is it all goes black, and then I wake up in the ER, I think at Keely Hospital. I probably shouldn't say the hospital name, but I will root for that hospital because they helped. I love that hospital. That's my hospital. But yeah, it was very, very scary, and yeah, the dentist killed me almost. So that, like, make sure if you have kids, you do your research on the facility, and if your kid's choking and they're not letting you call 911, then you just call them and say screw you. And make sure they actually have medical supplies just in case a reaction occurs. Make sure they have oxygen, make sure all that stuff. And if not, become CPR certified, because that's what saved my life, is my mom knew CPR. Because if I don't know if I would be here to this day if my mom didn't know CPR. Because she said that was probably one of her scariest moments of her life, to have her kid start choking and stop breathing. But yeah, so the dentist almost killed me and now is in jail because of him selling drugs from his patients on the street. So yeah, so that is the story of me almost dying from a dentist from overdosing me. And yes, I was only 8 years old, and it was probably the scariest time of my life to do that, but don't really remember it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.